I know you may be wondering how I make this dress here right now as shown on the video. Worry no more because I'll be taking you the steps on how to achieve this perfect result, how to apply DTF print on a dress, how to sew a proper Dansiki dress either for a lady or guy. So do well to watch the video to the end as we proceed.
Hi guys, welcome back to the concluding part of our kimono dress that we are making. If you are just seeing my video for the first time, my name is Joshua. I drop tutorial video on how to cut, how to sew, anything relating to men wears and fashion in general. If you are just seeing my video for the first time, I have the part 1 and part 2 of this cloth that we are making. We are making a kimono danshiki dress, so check the link in the description box because I already put the link there on how to take a proper measurement of a kimono dress, how to cut the dress. So do well to check the description box in this video below because this is a concluding part on how to sew a kimono danshiki dress, be it for man or for woman, because this one I'm making for is for a lady. So that is why the video is like this, and that is what I've been doing so far. Then after you've cut your back yoke or your interfacing, then we are going to use it to turn the kimono or the dashiki, the neck of the kimono inside. You add stay, rather I'm using an stay for this, so this is color black stay that I'm using to turn the neck of this danshiki, and I'll be turning the neck of this danshiki with half of an inch round before I make the opening for the neck so that the head can be able to enter. So let's proceed to the video.
Then we proceed by sewing the neck round with half of an inch. Remember, I put the interfacing, which is the yoke that we are going to use to turn the neck. Before I place it on the front side, facing the front side, because we are going to turn it inside. That means to the wrong side of the cloth. So that means the front side of the yoke is on the front side of the fabrics we are working on, because we are going to be turning it backward. So take your time, you don't have to rush while you are working on the machine. Maybe you are making a stitch or something. So this is the half inch now has been, this is how we already sew the half inch round on the neck. This is how we are going to open the neck. Can you see? I turn the cloth to the back using the middle line gaiter of the kaftan itself, or on the material we are using. Can you see? I turn it to the back and I mention 4.5 inches. Then after I measure 4.5 inches, I sew close or at the mid part of the dashiki. Then I turn it. I make a kind of V shape on it, very close to it, so that the neck will not be too open. Because what we are trying to do here is for us to achieve a perfect result that the head can be able to fit in once if the client wants to wear his or her clothes, so that the neck can be able to pass, the head can be able to pass through the neckline that we are doing. Then after that, you make a notch round the round what we've sewed as shown in the video. So you make a notch. Then after making the notch, then you now have to turn the cloth to the back yoke, rather the interfacing. You now have to turn it to the back. Can you see it now? This is what we've achieved so far of the neck, because this is actually a simple step and the procedure is not that much. It's something you can make for yourself even as a beginner, or you can make for anybody of your choice as a gift or as a present. You can just use this to surprise the person that you are making it for. Then after you've turned it to the back, you proceed to the ironing table and you iron it. You iron the front and back. Make sure you have a relaxed outfit or a relaxed result. Then you proceed on to apply any gum on it as shown in the video. And this is what I'm doing. After I've ironed it, I'm applying the hemming gum on it to help us hold the materials down. And guys, don't mind my iron now because our light has issue, so they are yet to fix the light. That is why I'm using my normal iron. You know what? you know how it do comes when it comes to light and ironing properly. So after you've ironed the neck, making sure everywhere is well relaxed and is looking good, then you proceed to weave the material, that you weave the fabrics you are working on. You have to weave it round. You have to weave it round. The sleeve, the side, the down, you weave all parts that are weavable so you can have a perfect result. Then after you've done that, then you proceed to turn the sleeve. For me, I use 1 inch, 1 inch to turn my sleeve, because while we were cutting it, I left 1 inch folding allowance. So after the folding allowance, I did not show the part, but I'll be explaining it. After I folded the 1 inch allowance, I apply any gum on it to hold it for me. Then now I'm sewing on it. Can you see? That is how I achieved this part. I folded it with 1 inch. Then after folding, I apply any gum on it and I just want to sew it. I just sew across it. Then after you've done that, you now close the sleeve up. Remember in the video we use 14 inches, so you divide 14 by 2, that is giving us 7 inches. So we are using 7 inches to close our kaftan, and while closing it, we use 1 inch sewing allowance. So from that means from the sleeve I use 1 inch down. That is the allowance that we are having for our sewing allowance. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop an amazing video like this. Because this video is for everyone. You can make this video even as a beginner or as a professional. So do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's continue with our video. So after making that, the same thing we did on the first sleeve with the same thing we're going to apply here. We use 14 inches divided by 2, that is 7 inches to for our sleeve, for our round sleeve. Then we sew it 1 inch with on the sewing allowance rather. So after you've done that, you confirm your measurement, because everything I'm having here is accurate because we already draft it out. Like I said, the how to draft this kind of dress is on the description box. Make sure you watch the video so you can have a proper understanding of what we are doing or what we have been doing so far. Because I dropped the video on how to take a proper measurement. I dropped a video on how to cut this kind of dress, so make sure you watch the video. So then after that one, you fold the cloth with the desired folding allowance you left. For this, I left 2 inches folding allowance, so this is what I'm using to fold my my clothes. The clothes I'm working on, I use 2 inches to fold it. So this is what I'm applying here. Can you see? I'm using 2 inches to fold the cloth while I am sewing on it, while I'm sewing it. So that is how we are almost done with the work, because after this you can decide to put pocket if you want to put pocket on your own, because for this dress I'm putting pocket. So if you don't want to put pocket on your own, then your cloth is ready to be ironed. So all you need to do is just to iron the cloth and you are done. But for this video and for the client I'm making it for, I am going to be putting a side pocket on it. So this is the result of all what we have so far. Then after you've done that, you come here to notch on the cuff part that we have here. It's very, very essential, because if you don't notch on it, you won't be able to have a proper or a well-fitting sleeve. There is going to be bump and rumple at the armpit area. So giving it a proper notching like this is going to help the cloth well relaxed and balanced when you are ironing it. Because if you do not notch it, you won't be able to iron that part very well. So that one is very, very essential, guys. make sure you take note of it. So can you see the result of what we have left? So if you don't want to put maybe a side pocket, then you are good to go. All you need to do is just to iron the outfit properly well, and you've achieved your result. And if you want to apply print on it, you can go on to apply. I have a video on how to apply DTF print. It's on the description box below. You can also watch that again to have a knowledge of that. So this is me now trying to iron out my side pocket. For my side pocket, I use normal art stay to make it thicker. I use art stay and I use 6.5 inches wide and 7 inches long. That is, the length is 7 inches, the weight is 6.5. That is what I use for this pocket, because I'm making this pocket for a female, so I don't want the pocket to be too big, just something of average. You can even use it as a guy also. The wideness is 6 inches, 6.5 inches rather, while the length is 7 inches. That is what I use for this pocket. So make sure you watch the video to the end so you can see me and know how I have fix this pocket very easy. So after you've done that, I just take my time to explain or to give out my to explain it very detailing as shown in the video. Then after you fold both sides, then you apply your hemming gun to hold down the fabric, so that when you are applying it on the materials or on the work that on the clothes, it won't really give us a big problem like that. So after you've done that both side, then you also do what, iron both side, then you apply the hemming gum. That is, after you folded the upper part, you fold the side, the both fold both side, then you also fold the down part of it also. So and this is what I'm doing. So this is the pocket. You also do the same thing on the second pocket using the same measurement. So you want to use art stay, you can use art stay. If you want to use paper stay, you can use paper stay, but I would prefer you use the normal art stay for it, so you can have a good finishing or a good result. So I already done the pocket. I did not make the video on how to on the second pocket because I don't want the video to be too long. So after you've done that, you take your cloth, you open the side and you iron it. And this is what I'm doing. You open the side, you iron it, so that when we are going to apply our pocket, we can apply it at, that means the allowances or the seam allowance inside is now open, so that we want to apply our pocket, it won't really give us any issue. Then after you've done that, can you see what I did? You folded it like this, then you measure 9 inches from the down part, and depending on the measurement you are using, so you are making something like this that is long, then I would prefer you use this measurement, you use this kind of formula. From the hem of the clothes, I measure 9 inches, I make a mark, then that is where I place my pocket on it. Can you see you just watch how I'm going to place the pocket, because after I get the midpoint of the pocket, I put it on the cloth I'm working on to get the midpoint, so that my pocket can be at the middle. Then I add hemi gum under the pocket to help me hold down the pocket on the material before I sew on it. That is what I'm trying to do on the video. That's what I'm trying to explain, so that you can have a well perfect job. Can you see what I'm doing? So after placing the pocket on the materials, I put hemi gum to help me hold the pocket on the fabrics. So when I'm sewing it, I won't really have, or I won't be struggling on the machine to get a perfect job, or to get a perfect, to make sure my pocket is placed perfectly well. So that is why the hemming gum is very essential. It's going to help you hold down the fabrics. So you also do the same thing on the second pocket. Then you proceed to the machine to sew it. I did not make the video of how I did it on the second pocket, but it's still the same procedure so that the video will not be too long. Then you proceed to the machine and you sew it round. While sewing it, make sure that you adjust the down part so that you won't sew the materials on it, the fold. Can you see what I'm doing? I adjust the down part, making sure that I am sewing on the pocket and on the fabrics, making sure that there are no other materials under, maybe me sewing under or me sewing mistakenly sewing on the cloth again. So you also do the same thing, you turn the other part and you do what? You sew. Then if you finish sewing, then you are done with the work. Then if you want to apply your DTF print, is optional. You can go to a printing press and tell them that you want to make a DTF borderless print with no background, depending on what you want. Give them your picture and they are going to help you print it out. Then you proceed to use your iron to place the print on it. I have a video on how to place or how to apply DTF print on clothes, on kaftan or on dresses like this. So make sure you watch the video. Is in the description box below on how to apply DTF print. So it's still the same thing I did here. So I used the picture of my client. That is what I used to. I used a picture of my client. I took it to those printing press. I got the DTF print and I place it on our cloth. So that is all about the video. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in my next video, guys.